Hello, my name is Carla Childs, and I serve on the board of directors with the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce. And this month, we are spotlighting a few of our Black owned businesses and organizations located here in Carbondale, Illinois. And today, I have with me Mr. Bob Wills, who serves as the president of the board for the Irma Hayes Center. So, thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
So why don't we just get right into this? Tell me about the Irma Hayes Center. Like, why was it started? How long ago?
Well, it's long ago. Started back in 1974. It was from the Model Cities program that it came out of that, and from that, Irma Hayes was brought into fruition as far as that part is concerned, and that was to serve that northeast side, which desperately needed that. That center came in at the right time because when the schools desegregated, they needed something over there. That side of town kind of went down because everything had by the attics and all those schools during that time, and they didn't have nothing. But the Model Cities program brought it there through some real significant people in Carbondale. And it was there as a community center. And from that derived to where it is today. I grew up with Miss Irma Hayes. Her kids, every time she had a child, my mom had one. So we all came up from kindergarten together. And so I knew her very well. We all went to the same church. Miss Irma Hayes was a wonderful, wonderful lady, as was her husband. Nobody ever talks about him, but he was a wonderful man, too. But they did some good things, and Mrs. McDaniel over there, she could tell you a lot about Irma Hayes because she ran it for a while there too. But the thrust of it is community service. So where we are with it now, you take, because it went through 3 or 4 different boards over the years, and it got to where they could not afford it, so to speak. And the city took it.
I'm sorry about that. But really quick, so the Irma Hayes Center, when it first started, what type of programs did it offer? What did it house?
It had like youth, a lot of things for youth, businesses, small businesses, different sort of, just about any kind of business you could think of came through there. But it was designed for more like diversity.
Okay.
Social Security Board was there, Veterans Administration was there. So they had different businesses were going through their small business barbershops, and some different businesses from the city. So it was a different cadre of businesses going through there.
Now, I understand that the Irma Hayes Center has definitely gone through some trials and tribulations. So where are we at now? So talking about the Irma Hayes Center and the future of it, where are you at now?
We're trying to rebuild it. The building sat idle for about a year and a half. You know, it shut down. The lack of business, for one. The old systems went out. The HVAC system, heat, air systems. That's a 19,000 square foot building. And that system, 1974 system, would not hold up. So therefore, you couldn't keep business there. And then the pandemic hit, and it just totally shut down. So we're started back 2 years ago, basically 2 years ago, decided they want to reopen it. And I got asked. I had just came back. I had been gone for 62 years from Carbondale. I was born and raised here, but I came back, and Carlton Smith kept asking me, and I kept saying, no, I don't want to do no more work. But anyway, I took it. So we basically have to rebuild it. Because it ended up because it was shut down, mold, bad flooring, the HVAC system, all of that had to be redone. And that's why it's not open today. But so what's really happening now, we've basically put all new flooring in there. We've painted everything in there. We're working now, doing a lot of cleaning in there, and they're just finishing up the HVAC system They've been doing that for the last probably 3 months or more, but they had to put a total new system throughout the whole building.
Wow.
So therefore, they had to open up all the ceilings in every room. The old equipment that was in the ceiling wouldn't fit the new equipment. So we didn't figure on that. We got a $450,000 thing from the city
Wow.
towards the HVAC system, and $150,000 from the county, and that goes to the contractor.
Okay.
And that's the contractor. They might have another week in there at the most,
Okay.
but they lost over a month because everything was back ordered and that stuff in California.
Yeah.
So we were doing everything we could do from a labor standpoint without affecting them. But we're pretty close there now. One of the problems that we're running into is when you get an old building like that, when you tear it loose, you find more stuff than what you thought.
Yeah.
And that's been a kind of a holdup for us, so to speak. We're right now working in the kitchen, and everything that's in that kitchen won't meet the new codes.
Yeah.
So now they have to tear everything out. The code people were there and wouldn't approve it, and so we're now doing some more. But in talking about that, what is it going to be? It's going to really concentrate on health and wellness.
Okay.
On the northeast side, a lot of the elderly people. We should have SIH in there from a hospital system. We're going to have really concentrate heavy on the youth and diversity programs.
Good.
John A. Logan got John A. Logan helping us with that, and they're going to be a part of that. SIU, possibly part of a dental school, maybe.
Okay.
And then we'll have some other businesses in there. U.S. Senator Duckworth is in there, of course. And then we're going to put the special education kids that has problems in school and everything, and that goes from the 6th to the 12th grade.
Oh, okay.
And they will take one whole wing of that facility, which we pretty much have ready now. But they'll be in there 12 months out of the year, and they will take a large section of that.
Wow.
The others, we're going to have a youth center in there, really concentrate on the youth, both boys and girls.
Okay.
And Logan will do the diversity program to help out. And then we want to look at some of the small businesses over there to see how if we can get the larger ones to fray the cost. Then we'll get the smaller ones in. We try not to charge them if possible. If we can get the big ones to take care of all that cost. And right now it looks like we will. And then we're going to look at some smaller businesses who has been calling us and want to come in there. And if we can allow them to get in there from the north side to help them, we want to do that because we want it to feel more like a community thing. But with what will be there, it will not just help the northeast side. It's going to help Carbondale. Carbondale. I've had many meetings with the city staff and some others as to what we'd like to see. And so we're looking to do those things. We're looking at a resource center in there for the police department. It's not a police station. It's 400 square feet where there's some girls that do a lot of research for the city police. So they would be there doing some research and stuff like that. We're putting cameras on the buildings, and hopefully we have that thing open by the 1st of March. We can get the contractors done. We can get the other done. So we're right there.
Yeah.
But it's one of the issues is getting enough labor. Most of the labor we get is community service labor, not the people of the community. I work with the city. I work with the state's attorney, and have them to send me labor on different days. So we're very close. I invite anybody who want to come and look, see what's going on. They're always welcome. It's very, very close to ready to open. We're trying to get a contractor to do the parking lot for us on a pro bono basis. Working on that. Not successful yet, but I'm working on it. But other than that, we look to have everything done and walk into the building ready to go.
Wow.
Not in debt, but ready to go.
Ready to go. Well, that's awesome, Mr. Wills. Just knowing there's such rich history when
There
it
is.
comes to Carbondale and the black organizations that we have here. And Irma Hayes is definitely, the Irma Hayes Center is definitely one of them. And, I'm not from Carbondale, but, I've been here long enough and I've seen the transition. And so this is really exciting. And hopefully, your March date, will
Well,
be,
and we preach about, we want to get the kids off the street.
yeah.
Everybody talks about problem with the kids,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's a problem with the kids. I think it's a problem with the parents.
Mm-hmm.
I think the kids is the symptom, but lack of parenting is the real problem.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to make sure we got something for those kids to do. I've got another organization that's going to go at 100 Black Men, which is a worldwide organization.
Yes.
They're all mentors. We've put that together now. I've had meetings with them and the Spirit of Addicts Board so that we're right next door to them to become mentors for them with playful things, but also educational things, because we want to educate them as much as possible. And the diversity program is to help the parents, because a lot of parents need help for many other reasons. And they will do that one-on-one, and they will also do it with classes. We'll also have we're going to have, we're going to put 10 computers in there, broadband and Wi-Fi will all be in that building. SIU is going to pay for all of that.
Wow, that's great.
So we've got the room ready for what they want. They've bought off on it, so we'll have it there so they can learn about things from the computer. And we'll have an instructor there where they can hold classes to learn.
Yeah.
So it's geared around health, wellness, and education.
Yeah.
That's what it's really geared to.
Well, for someone who would like to donate to the Irma Hayes Center, like how
We have a GoFundMe page.
you have a GoFundMe page?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. And
And it can go right directly to the Irma Hayes, 441 East Willow.
okay.
And,
Alrighty. And so we look forward to hearing about the grand opening, and hopefully, the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce will be there to support you and continue to be an assistance and, offer resources as well.
I appreciate it. I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And Mrs. McDaniel's husband and I, which, I grew up with his family. So he's also been a real integral part of the Spirit of Addicts.
That's
And
good,
I want to make sure everybody know that. But it should be open. It will serve some of the counties around here, because we're going to have programs that involve the counties. As an example, we have a boxing program. We have volleyball programs that we're going to try to do in conjunction with some other places that do things here. So we have some plans, and we have a really good board, a really highly educated board. So that'll help a great deal.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you, Mr. Wills,
Thank
for
you.
taking some time out and hanging out with me for a little bit. I really appreciate it.
Come by.
Alrighty.
Come by.
See ya.
Thank you. Thank you.